after a beard trimming mishap, I was left with this beauty. What the internet tells me is a pure goatee. Clearly a sign that I needed to review a movie about goats. Now, I don't just mean a movie with goat in the title, or a movie that features a goat. I'm talking about a movie where goats are a part of the story. And since I was feeling like a horror, I narrowed it down to two options. Either The Witch or Killer Goats. Kill Her Goats. I'm having a hard time pronunciating things today. Now, one of these is a highly divisive film that would no doubt bring in a lot of views just based on its polarity, and the other is a film that no one has ever heard of. So I decided to roll an unnecessarily large die and let fate decide what it would.
Alright, we're gonna go evens is The Witch, and odds is Killer Goats.
Hooray. Now, all I knew about this movie going in was that it had a really cool poster, it featured a bunch of ex-Playboy playmates, and it also featured an elderly Kane Hodder slashing up said playmates while wearing a goat mask. Honestly, that sounds like a movie I would probably like. Okay, little history lesson. Very Texas Chainsaw, I'm fine with that. Still going. Don't think I need you to highlight half of the sentence, but, or the whole sentence, but whatever. Got our history lesson. Let's boogie forward. Oh my God! It's not the strongest start, but who knows? Maybe all of this information is pivotal for the story going forward. Okay, so history lesson aside, the opening kill is pretty darn good. Even if it does kinda look like Goatface is more interested in murdering the tent than its occupants. But it's got nudity, it's got some gore, and it's got a really good throat wound effect. And the goat mask looks sweet. I don't know, this might be good. Oh, don't do that. One of my biggest film pet peeves, the earlier that day or the who bet you're wondering how I got here. And it's not that it can't ever work, sometimes it does, but in general I just think it's lazy writing. Like, you're not good enough to hook us in the beginning of the story, so you've got to show us something titillating from later, lest we lose our attention.
I feel like, we should start our stories where they begin, not start them where they get interested. Get out.
Now, after the opening credits are done giving me a seizure, and a boner, a boneisure, we meet our main character, Audra. Fuck off! If they did it one more time, like as a joke, I might actually respect it. This movie is turning into goddamn Memento. So Audra has graduated college, and as a gift, her dad bought her this house. All I got for graduating was my parents not showing up. And she celebrates her new home ownership by busting out the wine. Just once I would love to see a woman in film drink like 47% cast strength bourbon. Or maybe she's feeling nostalgic for high school and she pours herself a glass of pure sourpuss. I assume women drink things other than wine. And after said wine, she does what I do whenever I enter a new home, walk around to every room and narrate to myself.
Beautiful. I need to get my bags from the trunk.
Woo! Escalator for Christmas.
So I can already tell that one of my main criticisms of this movie is going to be that it's too damn long. It is about 100 minutes and it should be a tight 90. This movie is like me looking in the mirror shirtless. There be some fat to trim.
Here's the ocean.
Pivotal. Absolutely necessary.
I should call Daddy.
That's fine. I'll call her back later. Audra's friends Reese and Missy show up, and so naturally Audra feels the need to take a shower.
Hey, get me a glass of wine!
You gotta love how the entire time she's showering, she has her hands at her boobs like this. I mean, who knows? Maybe she just got 2 fresh areola tattoos. After that, we get to watch her try on clothes, and then Missy takes a shower. This movie's dirty. And it also hates wine.
Today's a great day. Oh, shit.
Yo.
This movie hates wine more than Neil Breen hates laptops. It also really seems to love muck, whatever that is. Maybe it's the director's fashion label. Oh God. It's the name of his last movie. Well, if it worked for Scorsese.
Get him a cranberry juice.
I like them, even though they give me the willies.
I wish someone was here to give me the willy.
But it's a girls' night.
I'm starting to think these women weren't cast based on their acting ability. Look, if this review seems disjointed, I apologize, but like, nothing is happening. They watch a movie, one of the girls has a fog dream, there's lots of gratuitous ass shots. It's too bad the movie doesn't hammer in a message about beauty standards and the overt sexualization and commercialization of women's bodies, because with all of these ass shots, it could be nominated for Best Picture. And we got more boob covering. Look, I'm not criticizing the breast covering for perverse reasons. I have a phone, I have incognito mode. I don't need this movie to titillate me.
He thought.
My issue isn't the lack of nips, it's the abundance of laziness. Give me some soapy foam. Give me a clever use of shadow. Hell, frame the shot differently. I never thought something chest-related could suck me out of a scene more so than the dreaded bra on during coitus, but this just, it makes me very aware that I'm watching a movie. I can already hear the comments. Oh no, the Killer Goat Man movie isn't realistic enough. Sorry, if you're watching this video, you probably don't sound like that. And if you do, sorry again. All right, enough ranting. What are the lasses up to? Well, Audra drinks some whiskey. Thanks, movie. You listened. It's not cask strength, but I'll take it. And someone licked Reese's feet. Something, something Quentin Tarantino. And I criticize other creatives for being lazy. We are 50 minutes into this movie. 50 minutes! Hey, look, a goat.
Ouch!
Finally! Took us almost an hour, but there is a goat in this movie.
So much for my cute underwear. Stupid goat.
And finally, at the 57-minute mark. Fuck yeah. Oh, bring it on. I can't wait. Oh God, he's running away. Missy died though by underwater dream goat. Or maybe it was the second goat guy with the Final Fantasy sword. But point is, she's dead. And the gore looks pretty good. As does her butt, which of course they fit into all of the gore shots.
What's going on? Why are there goats? Shoo, go away, goat.
Well, hopefully that line read was of some comfort to Reese, because she's soon nabbed by Big Daddy Goatface. I just wanted to show you this. I'm not actually going to use it. Why? Why would you show me a cool dual hedge trimmer with flames shooting out of it if you were just gonna set it down and then do a basic impalement? That's like going to a restaurant and they show you a menu, and on the menu there's a photo of a beautiful seafood tower. And then when your food arrives, it's a fucking fillet of fish. God damn, this is basic shit. And don't fucking come at me with, oh, but we saw him stab a tent. Sweet moves, dude. I wonder if you'll actually use the weapon. But those sweet moves are not enough, as Audra kills the small goat man. Clearly at night. Definitely still nighttime. We are now 70 minutes into the movie, and the final girl has just killed the small henchman, with only the big bad goat face left. So what scene do you think happens next? Wow, good for you. You nailed it. Brand new character driving a sports car, puking out exposition. Of course. Hey, the wine is back. That's nice. Hopefully it gets treated better. I don't know why, but the way that he just grunts and falls over. And he's such a big guy, and such a small. It just cracks me up. Then he rises like the Undertaker and she whacks him with an axe like 8 times. Which honestly, good for her. I love when a slasher character uses their brain. But it turns out that Goatface is Brett.
Brett?
Who the fuck is Brett? Oh, it's the new girl's husband who killed her dad at the start of the movie for the insurance money. I see.
You killed your dad, bitch. Just die.
What is this voiceover? What is going on?
He killed Daddy and you want him to bleed out in peace? Really? How about bleed out in pieces?
Nice. Oh, no, not nice. Now, the women, well, it turns out they're sisters, and oh God, they're swinging axes at each other. To repeat myself.
What is going on?
Okay, so after the Duel of the Fates, Audra knocks out her sister. I couldn't tell you why. Maybe the house, because the house is like haunted, right? That's what it said at the history lesson at the beginning of the movie. So maybe like the house made her do it. But we haven't really seen anything that would. I'm putting too much thought into this.
Don't matter. None of this matters.
Goat number 2! This movie promised us multiple goats, and on that front, it delivered. Now, why are there goats? Well, you see, Audra's ex, who appeared very briefly at the beginning of the movie to be expositioned at by Missy, he decided that he was going to release a bunch of goats onto his ex-girlfriend's new property as a prank. Is that really the only reason there's goats in the movie? Well, I guess Goatface, you know, he wears a goat mask, but why? I mean, obviously, why is to conceal his identity, but then, like, what are the odds that her ex-boyfriend, who has nothing to do with Goatface, would release a bunch of goats on the same night when a goat-faced killer would... Doesn't matter. The next morning, Audra kills her ex-boyfriend and goes Donkey Kong on his pretty new girlfriend. The movie ends with a little euthanasia. Audra gives Reese the Cuckoo's Nest special before putting up a for sale sign and walking away. And time for what I would consider a very necessary credit sequence. Now maybe I'm just dumb, probably, but I didn't really fully understand the relationships of every character to each other before this sequence happened. Aw, they gave credits to the goats. That's so heartwarming. After I finished watching the movie, I went online to do a little research, find out what info I could, and honestly, there wasn't much. You know you're in for a rough time when the majority of discourse around a film is just about the steelbook art, which admittedly is pretty badass. The movie has a 3.0 rating on IMDb, which I would agree with, maybe, except for the fact that the movie has a blooper reel. And if you have a blooper reel in a movie today, you get an extra star automatically. There are positives to take away from Killer Goats. Her goats. Wasn't it the boyfriend's goats? Stop. It's shot well, certainly better than many other lower budget slashers. Time and effort clearly went into making this movie look good. The design of Goatface is fantastic, and there is zero CGI, which makes my heart happy. And Kane Hodder, at 68 years old, he still commands an intimidating presence. But it's not funny enough to be a horror comedy. It's not serious enough to be scary. It doesn't have enough creative kills and memorable characters to be a campy slasher. And it's not entertaining enough to be so bad it's good. It's just kind of bad, which is sad. I can't even say I'm that mad. Sorry, Happy Gilmore on the brain. On the quadrant of bad movies, I would put it about meow. Maybe a little more meow. But at least it had goats. Wasn't much of a reason for them to be there, honestly, but actually it kind of renders this whole exercise pointless. Thanks for watching this video. If you have a favorite goat, let me know. I should have watched the Vivitch.